Really? 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 Season 11 already? Wasn't season 10.5 just came out like a few days ago, it seems like? And then season 10 right before that? And we're already talking about season 11? Oh my gosh. Let's watch this.
The Iconian War. So many people.
Iconian War.
So many ships.
Oh man, look at that.
So many worlds. Gone.
Is ESD gonna burn again? It's gonna
we fought
blow
back.
up the second time?
We made the hard choices. We triumphed.
Whoa.
Now, it's time to be explorers again.
It's time to be explorers is what I've been
on the
saying.
final frontier, making contact with distant worlds.
Oh, I want that.
Finding a new tomorrow.
I want to make contact.
There's an entire galaxy out there.
Yes, a
waiting
galaxy
for us.
out there. DS9.
Remember, Captain, when the technology doesn't yet exist,
I remember.
and the mystery can't be solved,
It can't.
when the odds are unbeatable,
Tholians.
that's when they call for Starfleet.
Heck yes, Starfleet. Coming to the
Your
rescue.
journey into the final frontier
I want a
is
journey.
just beginning.
My journey in Star Trek is just beginning, folks. New Dawn. Star Trek Online New Dawn Season 11. Play now for free, which it actually isn't out yet. Believe you me, when I saw this new page, this news page, the very first thing I did was get in the game to see if New Dawn really was there. It's not there. It's coming. It's not there yet. There is a lot I have to say about that video. I like the fact that it seems like this is going to be wrapping up the end of the Iconian storyline, and they're actually acknowledging that exploration is the heart of Star Trek. Finally, we're going to get back to exploration, seeking out new worlds, new civilizations. It's a big galaxy. We need to get out there. We need to make contact. I'm so ready to make contact so bad. I want contact. Make the contact with the aliens. Just like somebody once said, weren't we explorers once? Yeah, I think I'm going to like this, or I hope I'm going to like this, or I hope it turns out as good as I hope it is going to turn out. Let's read this and see what it says. The Star Trek Online team is pleased to announce the epic conclusion of the 5-year Iconian War story arc with Star Trek Online Season 11 New Dawn. New Dawn will rise out of the grim wartime tale to introduce an all-new story focused on rebuilding and hope. There's hope for the Empire. Discover a previously unknown civilization and uncover the mystery of a strange traveler from another time. New Dawn also sees the return of Chase Masterson reprising her role as Mirror Leda from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, a returning member from the large stable of Star Trek franchise actors. Along with the new lore and story progression in Season 11, Star Trek Online will also be updated with new gameplay options in the form of the Admiralty system. Take command of your inactive starships to complete dangerous assignments and gather exciting rewards. While advancing your influence in the Admiralty campaigns, within this system, each starship is given special traits and stats that must be used to successfully complete assignments. Plan carefully which ships are sent on which assignments in order to meet their requirement and offset various hazards in an effort to yield great rewards across any of these separate campaigns. There is so much new and exciting content that we can't wait to show off. Stay tuned for more information about Star Trek Online Season 11 New Dawn. Okay, let's work through this dialogue here and kind of break this down a little bit, and I'll give you my ideas, and you can post yours in the comments, and I will definitely read them. It sounds like that they are using New Dawn to conclude the 5-year Iconian story arc, which has really only ramped up in the last couple of years, let's be honest. But I like the fact that they're finally like closing that chapter of the game. It sounds like, you know, a whole new chapter to the game. I think that would be a good breakaway point to even make like a second version of the game. If they ever wanted to make like a Star Trek Online 2 or 2.0 or whatever, this would be the time to do it. But it sounds like they're just going to do that with Season 11. I personally would like to see the game overhauled quite a bit. I know many people would. The graphics are very outdated now. The engine is outdated. It can't even sustain all the effects that they put into the game with all the new pilot and intelligence and all those other things have really brought the game down. It needs an overhaul. But I guess we'll just have to keep waiting for that. Anyway, moving on. New Dawn will rise out of the grim wartime to introduce an all-new story focused on rebuilding and hope. So it sounds like they're getting back to the heart of Star Trek, which is a happier times. Hope, rebuilding, helping people. Discover a previously unknown civilization. Okay, I mean we that's a given. We go visit lots of previously unknown civilizations. I mean, the Voth, of all things, they came from Earth. They were previously unknown. We learned about them. So, yeah, I'm sure there's lots of unknown civilizations, but particularly they are mentioning one that must be real important. I can't remember the name of the civilization, but isn't there a civilization that lived close to the Iconian star system, and they were also powerful back then, but then they like disappeared or something? And I can't for the life of me right now remember that name of what they're called. Maybe it starts with a T or a H. I don't know. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to go look it up, and maybe I'll post it in the comments. But I remember some race that was kind of like almost as powerful as the Iconians, but somehow they all went away. Maybe that civilization. Maybe this is a civilization that saved the Iconians or whatever. Maybe these are the, quote, the other. Who knows? But then it goes on to say, and uncover the mystery of a strange traveler from another time. So a time traveler. I mean, that's not uncommon in Star Trek. That's very, very Star Trek. I just hope they don't do another temporal Cold War thing. Don't bring this back around to like Enterprise temporal Cold War. If that's kind of where they're headed with the story, I hope they divert from it, because I've had enough of time travel and using time as a weapon and all of that stuff. And the temporal Cold War in Enterprise was a terrible storyline, and it just needed to go away. So I do not hope they go in that direction, but I am interested in what this traveler from another time could be. Could it even be the traveler, the one from, what was it? I can't remember the star system. The one who kidnapped Wesley in the windowless van and went off into space to do who knows what. He was just called the Traveler, but it could be another traveler. It could be someone from any time period. Who knows? We also see the return of Chase Masterson reprising her role as Mirror Lita. So she's in this game a lot, actually. She voices Hollow Lita. She's very, very well known in the franchise. Interesting, they're bringing her back as a Mirror Lita. We've never met a mirror version of her, I don't think. I have to rewatch DS9 episodes to see if we have or not, because I can't really remember. But Mirror Lita, so does that mean we're going to be doing some more Mirror Universe stuff? Are they maybe going toward the Mirror Universe and pull stories from that? I think that would be cool, because I think there is some untapped potential there in the Mirror Universe. We did see the Tholians in the video, so maybe there's going to be some Mirror Universe stuff. That was always some place that needed more exploration in the actual TV series. In fact, this is true. If Enterprise would have continued into the next season, they had some more Mirror Universe episodes planned. They were going to flesh that out a little bit more and do some of those really cool Mirror Universe episodes, which Enterprise actually did really well. They did those Mirror Universe episodes really well, so they would have had that. So if that's where they're going in Star Trek Online, it could be pretty cool. Of course, we've been to the Mirror Universe before, but it could be another Mirror Universe. Remember, in Star Trek, it's a multiverse. Every possibility exists. Every universe exists. So just Mirror Universe just simply means it's, a different universe. It doesn't have to be the same Mirror Universe we're used to. It could be a different universe. Worf certainly got his share of Mirror Universes when he was traveling through different universes, wasn't he? Thanks to Geordi. So that could be interesting. And a returning member. So yeah, she's a returning member. Okay, let's see. Along with the new lore and story progression, will also be updated with new gameplay options. All right, this new Admiralty system sounds like we're going to be able to use our starships that we have just sitting there in our inventory or in our starship roster, and actually use them to complete assignments and gather rewards. Here's what I'm concerned about, though, and I was reading this in the comments, so this is not all my thinking, but this is some of the thinking I was reading in the forums when I read this. Some of the people are concerned if this Admiralty system is just simply a Starship DOF system, where you just send your starships off like DOFs and have them do assignments, and you just go away for a whole day and let them work for 24 hours and do the assignments. Most people would consider that a fail. That's not what they want to see. They don't want to see starships turned into DOFs. I think a lot of people think that would be kind of just a lazy way to approach this. So most people are hoping that this is an actual thing where you can like launch several of your ships and have them help you, or have them do missions with you, or be part of you in some way, some realistic way in the game, like you are an admiral commanding your ships, something like that feel. Because after all, when you hit in game, I mean, you're a fleet admiral of all things. You can be the admiral of an entire fleet. So it makes sense that if you're that kind of rank, you would be able to command several ships. So if they are able to do that somehow, where you could like sit back and you're actually commanding your ships in a mission, several of them, but not all of them, obviously. That'd be really difficult to even keep in your mind, but, a few of them or whatever, that could be very exciting. But if they're going the route of the DOF system, which from reading this, it really sounds like the DOF system. I just hope that it's a little more interesting than that, because if that's all it is, I mean, it'll be a thing. People will do it, but they're not going to get that excited about it. It's not going to be something that people are jumping in the game to do. Let's see. So they've got more new exciting content that will come out as well, unannounced yet. So we'll wait and see what else is going to come out. But I like the fact that the trailer here talked about exploration and getting back to exploring the galaxy, and it's a big galaxy, seeing what's out there. Again, I've been saying through this whole Iconian war, there's got to be a reason why the Iconians want the Milky Way galaxy. I don't really buy the just revenge thing, or they thought it was their birthright to have this galaxy and others came in and took it, and so now they're mad and want to kick us out of the way and take over. That's stupid. They lived for 200,000 years in the Andromeda galaxy. Why weren't they happy there? Or why don't they go to some other galaxy? Why do they want this one? So maybe there's a secret in this galaxy we don't know about. Maybe there's something they want, or maybe they have some kind of bond with the other or whatever that we'll find out about. I don't know. But there's got to be something, because there's got to be a reason for why they are trying to, take over. Anyway, my question for you guys is, from this trailer, after watching this trailer, do you think it's all hype? Just like a hype train coming through, choo-choo. Or do you think that they are actually going to deliver? Do you think that this will be like basically a brand new Star Trek Online? In a way, in a sense, because the whole story's kind of like shifting and changing. So that's what I want some feedback on. Let me know what you think about the trailer, about all that, about these things they're doing here. Leave your comments. I'll read them and answer them. So, thank you all for watching. I look forward to New Dawn. Got no idea when it's coming. If anybody finds out any information, by all means, please let me know if you find out a launch date for this. I don't think there's anything else on the news page. Let me just check real quick. Oh, another new featured episode is out. Butterfly. Okay. Well, I know what I'll be doing next. Otherwise, it was just that trailer. So, there we go. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Drop a comment. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.